Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're back. Oh.
For episode 2, 2018, well, episode 6 overall, but we're back. We are back. And we've got a big one lined up too.
We do. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us. What have we got lined up?
Well, I know one of them has wings.
It's pretty exciting.
We were very, very lucky to have our first professional disc golfer join us in the studio.
International pro.
Touring
pro.
The Colorado Golden Child.
Mile High Maverick.
The Discmania Young Gun. Eagle McMahon.
Oh.
Hey. Eagle McMahon.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
That was quick.
He's copped a bit of slack for that hairstyle, but I think it quite suits him.
If you're winning NTs, you can be doing what the hell you want with your hair.
Yeah, exactly.
If you got it, flaunt it, I say.
You would say.
You would say.
I would say. Well, that's why I've got to
do it on your face.
A moustache.
Yes. But yeah, Eagle McMahon came and had a chat to us about his preseason and about his first win, his first NT win, which was so exciting. We were so pumped for the guy.
Absolutely. First one of the year.
Yeah.
And 12 months after his stint here in Australia, where he just fell short.
Yeah.
It's been a good start. Good start to the year for him.
So massive. Yep. It's a decent interview too, if I may say so myself. So
yeah, it was a bit of fun.
I'm looking forward to hearing that.
But yes, you will have to wait. There's a few things before then. We're going to be joined by another guest. He's one of the Aussie hunker spunks. The heartthrob himself.
The Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mr. Rhys Kruger.
Oh.
So he's
Heartthrob
Rhys. Lock up your daughters.
Mr. Swipe Left himself.
This is Todd Nowak, and you're listening to the Tee-Off.
All right. First up, though, we've had one of our Aussie A tiers just the other weekend. The Two Heads Open, located down in Hobart, Tasmania, at the famous Poimina disc golf course. And Jarrath and I both played. It was a bit of fun.
Yeah, it was great fun. Great to be back. Hadn't been there for a few years, so it was good to see how everyone's game had progressed against the mighty Poimina.
Yes.
And it was good. And it served up a few different conditions, which was
the worst
typical.
of it was we played in the final 9, both Jazz and I, and sideways rain.
Yeah.
Horizontal rain.
Yeah, it was a little windy, a little wet, but still good. It was a great tournament and good contingent of Victorians.
It looked like half the field was from Victoria.
Pretty well, yeah.
Close to. I had a couple of a scattering of people from other states as well.
Yeah.
JB from WA.
Yes, made the trip. First time he's ever played Poimina.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure he's going to happy he made the trip.
Oh, yes. He took out the win in Men's Masters.
Yeah, he did well.
First A-tier win.
Yeah.
Hey, how's that one feel, JB?
On your JB.
He was happy.
Did he have a mustache during that weekend?
Oh,
did he have a mustache?
You should have seen this thing.
I saw some photos, but I'm sure it didn't do it justice in person.
It was a very old world barkeeper look.
Yes.
Yeah, it was quite good. Yeah, quite good. I think he's got rid of it now, but
yeah.
Well, maybe that was just what he needed to get himself over the line for the win.
Yeah.
Grow it back, JB. Grow it back.
I was spewing when he told me he was going to shave it, but I can understand if maybe Sue was pushing that front.
I've seen a picture of him since, and he does look 10 years younger. So probably a good move.
Hey guys, this is yours truly, Patrick Ferris from the Sunshine Coast Disc Golf Club. You guys are listening to the Tee-Off. Get hucking.
And now it's time for a live giveaway!
What are we giving away and who from, by the way?
So, to the first caller, we have the limited edition Two Heads cap from the Two Heads Open.
Trucker cap, navy blue.
And that winner will also get $25 of credit to Ausdiscs, the disc golf shop.
I smell the disc.
Thank you, Ausdiscs.
Whoa!
Nice.
And the second caller will be receiving a brand new, unthrown prototype Maverick.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Highway to the danger zone.
So, we're almost there.
Had to do that.
We are almost there.
Is it the second or first?
First caller. First caller as soon as 8 o'clock hits. And we're down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. 8 o'clock.
Hey!
Hey.
Hello, you're live on the Tee-Off. Who have we got?
Hello, caller.
This is Justin.
Justin who?
Justin Crow.
Justin Crow.
Hello, mate.
The Ace Man.
The Ace Man.
The Ace Man.
Yeah, that's right.
Whoa!
How you going, mate?
Yeah, very good, thanks.
Welcome. Well, Justin, you are the first caller. You have won the Two Heads Open cap and $25 of credit for Ausdiscs, the disc golf shop.
Nice.
So congratulations,
Nice, thank you.
man.
Super stoked. Thank you.
No worries. Now we'll keep you on the line because we're just having someone else call in. This is the second caller.
Caller number 2.
Just hold,
caller
Justin.
number 2.
Oh, I can't wait.
Hello, you're on the Tee-Off. Who have we got?
Who we got?
Hello, it's Chris
Chris who?
Chris who?
Hunt.
Whereabouts are you hailing from?
Yeah, in Macambia in South Australia.
Hey.
Oh, g'day, Chris. How you going?
Yeah, very well, thanks. I was calling up in response to a post I saw on Facebook about possibly winning a disc and a hat.
Well, Chris, you are the second caller, so you have in fact won the brand new prototype Maverick
From Dynamic
great.
Discs.
from Dynamic Discs. Yep, it's
Awesome.
it is unthrown and it is a beast, my friend.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Now, just hold on the line, man. We're going to actually just merge these two calls through the beauty of the iPhone.
Focus.
All right, so we've got Chris. You can hear us, Chris?
Hey, how's it going? Yep.
And Justin, can you hear us as well?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, you guys have won. Justin was the first caller. Chris was the second. Congratulations, guys.
Well done, guys. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Good work.
Hi, I'm Taryn Anderson from Melbourne Disc Golf Club, and you're listening to the Tee-Off.
Okay, so Fergie, you've got some news for us.
Yes. There's always something on the go at Disc Golf Park. And most recently, I took a trip up to the Murray River with my lovely wife and child for a week, which was nice. But it wasn't just a hangout by the Great Murray. It was to design a new disc golf course.
Yes.
So, yay. Yes. Isn't that fun? Yay. And it's just in Victoria. Just in Victoria.
Oh, so we can claim it.
We can claim it.
Yes.
South of the river.
And we want to claim it too because it is going to be an 18-hole course.
Yes.
Um,
Only 3 hours away?
Yes. So it's only 3.5 hours away.
Oh, that's not
That's
bad
not
at
too
all.
bad. It might be a day trip, maybe not. I don't know.
You could do that.
yeah,
If
early
you
morning
left
start.
early enough.
Yeah, from the old southwest down here in Geelong.
That's some dedication. Yeah.
But anyway, look, it's going to be it's a few months away yet. I think probably later this year, November, maybe December. The course will get installed, but it's going to be at Thompson's Beach, which is in Kennedy Reserve, which is a parkland right on the Murray River. It's one of those natural sand beaches on the corner, which collects. So it's literally like you're just walking out onto the sand. It's beautiful.
Yep.
And there's a great cafe there and a canoe club and a paddle steamer and there's going to be a disc golf course now. So that's really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's going to be managed by the by staff at the Coup d'Etat Cafe, which is on the river there. So it'll be a pay-to-play course.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's going to be a nice little tourist venture for the staff there. I'm not too sure on pricing and stuff like that, but it'll probably be the average kind of pay-to-play price that we are familiar with, whether it's $10 or $20 for a round or whatever it is. And yeah, 18 holes, 18 baskets, 36 tees. It is
Excellent.
going. Yeah, it's going to be a quite a short course. The space there alone is quite for a 36 tee course. It's quite small. So it's going to be definitely a fun course for if you've never played disc golf before. It'll be a challenge, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But even for advanced players, though, I think there's going to be some fun there. Lots of trees, some little bit of elevation here and there, I think it'll be a great one.
That's super exciting.
Yep. So lots to look forward to. So keep an eye out for when that course launches, and I think when it does launch, you will definitely find it on flyspot.com.au.
Oh, what a segue. Thanks, Fergie. Well, as a matter of fact, I do have a little bit of a surprise for you guys. We're about to launch a new competition at FlySpot.
Woohoo!
Ooh, yep, and you should see this prize pack. Oh, ouch.
Got him.
Yeah, pretty exciting. We have a massive prize pack available for FlySpot users. It's the review and win competition, and the goal of this is to get all you guys out there reviewing courses on flyspot.com.au. What we want you to do is jump online from now until, the competition runs till the 1st of December this year, and the goal is to find the person that reviews the most courses within that time within Australia. So, be honest, you've got to have played the course.
Of course.
But what we want you to do is create an account on flyspot.com.au, go to a course that you have played and leave a nice review, or not so nice if you prefer, rate the course and submit it, and the person at the end of the year with the most reviews will win this great prize pack, which is...
Yeah, what do they win?
Tell me.
We have a Latitude 64 luxury E3 backpack bag.
Boom.
Whoa. Valued at over, I don't know, probably around, by the time you get it to Australia, $300, something like that. $250, $300. Exactly. A couple of discs courtesy of Dynamic Discs. We've got a Felon and a Captain prototype. Keep going. Yes, we will.
What else?
We've got a Latitude, I don't even know how you pronounce this, tinny snapback cap.
Money.
And last but not least, a nice little Latitude 64 quick dry towel.
Oh.
And what's that you say? You want more?
I want more.
We don't have any more.
What?
We're throwing a few stickers and fridge magnets and stuff, courtesy of FlySpot. I'm sure there might be a few little goodies by December that we can chuck in there to make it more attractive, but they'll be a surprise just before Christmas.
That's a handy little prize packet right there.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is just go on to flyspot.com.au, review a course that you've played.
Yep.
Give it some pros and cons as well.
Yep. You can give it a rating out of 5, and then leave some nice pros and cons for that course. Submit it, and we'll keep track of all your entries throughout the year. And you can visit flyspot.com.au/competitions, and when you get to that page, you'll see the leaderboard of all the entrants throughout the year.
Oh, there's an ongoing leaderboard.
Yeah. So we'll be jockeying for position.
Can I enter this?
Oh, you sure can. Yeah,
I reckon I might have played a few of these.
Yeah. Well, get in quick. Set the pace. Get off to a quick start.
All right.
Yeah, but that is flyspot.com.au/competitions, and for all the details.
And it'll cost you nothing.
And
you
absolutely
could win.
It's fun just to go and play courses and rate them.
And which you're doing anyway, and then you just got to take couple of minutes out of your time to leave a bit of a review, which
I
helps
love it.
everyone else in Australia.
Yes, it does.
We
Build
can
it.
get to see what all the good courses are out there.
Very
Spread the word.
exciting. Get onto it.
Hi, I'm Dylan Feldman from One Ponds, and you're listening to the Tee-Off.
Okay, and on the phone, as we spoke about before, we've got a very special guest, Mr. Rhys Kruger. Say g'day, Rhys.
Hey guys,
Hey, Rhys.
Freddie. What's going on, mate?
what's happening?
We may have described you as the Australian heartthrob.
In the intro.
Yeah.
They don't call me Hangman for nothing.
Oh, there you go.
Own
There
it.
it is.
Own it.
Own it. So thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Tee-Off.
First time caller, long time listener.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what the show is.
Neither are we.
Yeah. You're not alone.
Is this your first episode?
No, you're not that special. Episode 6, mate.
Oh.
No.
I listened the other week when I told I was mentioned.
Yeah, of course.
So I have listened.
We talk about you a bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rhys.
More
Sorry.
off the show than on the
Actually,
show.
no.
but-
Did what I said make it to air?
I don't know.
It's fine. Don't worry
I
about
don't
it.
recall.
Nothing, Rhys. Nothing.
Oh. Yeah, don't worry about it, Rhys. No.
I love you.
Nothing but love.
So, all right, well, Rhys Kruger, you've been a big player on the scene for a while now, sort of kicking it up in the men's open. But more recently, probably the last couple of years, you've been TDing, and your tournaments are getting a bit of a name for themselves, mate. What's your
Right.
secret, Rhys?
Like when I first started running the tournaments, my father used to run the corporate golf tournaments for the Treasury Casino. So I had saw a little bit of background of what he did, and I always saw that everybody came out with prizes, and the guys that weren't winning the tournaments were still winning stuff for a CTP, or not that we do it at our events, but there was like prize for the person that was drinking the most and things like that. So we can't do that at ours, but
The important
there
thing
was
is
always-
they were getting prizes.
Yeah.
the biggest thing to me was always making sure that the course was good and the event ran smooth. I did sit down with my dad at one point, just asked him, was like, when you ran your events, what made it really good? And he said that people that weren't winning or weren't doing well in the event could leave with a huge prize. So that's where the CTP idea came from, was that if everyone had 3 chances to get the CTP and could leave at the end of the competition with a prize equal to the winner of the division, it would add something else to it. And the response from it was awesome. The first year we had a couple of practice baskets and a couple of the smaller bags from DD, and last year we had with the sponsorship from Innova Australia, we had some Innova hero packs to give out to everyone, which was awesome. And yeah, it's been really cool to be able to do that and be able to see people leaving with big prizes. And
I like that equation that you're giving someone the chance to win a prize that's equal value to the divisional winner.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a nice little tidy package right there.
You had all these prizes and stuff, but you promoted them beforehand and promoted them well. So I know a lot of people who may have been on the fence about coming, saw these prizes, and it's a CTP, like anyone can give that a good run. And yeah, I reckon it swayed a few people over and think, well, hey, I'm going to see if I can try and win that bag. Or yeah, that was really good. And it was exciting too. It's like,
yeah.
How's the preparations for this year looking, Rhys? Looks like
Good.
going to be a big one.
Yeah, we ran the Splendor in the Basket tournament last weekend. First time TD, Jesse Amos.
Yeah.
We've
Woohoo.
been working on the course in North Byron for about 3 or 4 months. Down there every single weekend. We've had Brian Motley coming down to help us out with the design and to put his vast years of knowledge towards it as well. And we've got a couple more tweaks before Gold Coast, but we're really happy with how the course was, and Jesse ran a really good event.
What a tidy little collective you've got yourself there working with.
Yeah, definitely.
Some good blokes and some good little movers and shakers, especially that Jesse Amos fella.
Yeah.
Who's just taken, kind of disc golf on that, the Central Coast. Should we call it the Central Coast?
Northern Rivers.
Northern Rivers. Okay, we'll call it the Northern Rivers.
Well,
the Northern Rivers Club is just gone from good to better.
Yeah, definitely. Myself and Motley, I think we're the only two to shoot under par.
Yeah.
Motley's par rated round was about 978, I think.
Okay.
So that's what we were hoping to get out of it, was a tough course that was going to be like, you shoot par in it and you're getting 970, 980 rated. You shoot under par and you're probably getting 1,000. So that was one of the goals that we had with it and how we wanted it to play. So, and we're happy with the results and the sort of differences between the divisions and how everyone shot. So
it
was good.
When is the Gold Coast Classic this year, Rhys?
21st to 23rd of September.
Book your holiday leave in now, people.
Yes. Save up some bickies.
Yep.
Yeah. And don't worry, we're only playing one round a day.
Plenty of time to enjoy the sunshine and the good weather.
And how are you playing yourself, Rhys? I know you're coming back from that hand injury. Did it feel all right the other week on the weekend? Playing okay?
Felt pretty good coming back. The forced rest, I think, was good. Definitely for my mental game. I think it was the first time I'd had any time off disc golf since starting playing. So it was just good to reflect on everything, sit back. I had rested until January this year. My hand still isn't back up to strength. Like, it's probably about 50-50 strength with my left and right, which usually my right's got a bit more strength than my left. So still a little bit more of therapy that I'm going through to get the strength back up and the grip strength there. But it's been good. I'm not sure if I can hear some chuckling.
No, I was just going to ask about the therapy for that.
Just therapy.
You're the one saying it's G-rated.
All right. Okay, sorry.
I kept it together.
So in that time off you've had, Rhys, with your therapy, you've been engaging in some other projects.
Yeah. I want to hear about
Tell us about Fourth Circle Discs.
All right.
The new player in Australia.
Yeah. So originally, Fourth Circle was just a sort of online store. I think I just started running the events under that name. I had some ideas just to get some apparel. I think the first idea actually to have was a bag company. When I injured my hand, I had talks with some places earlier on about possibly having a disc here, a disc mold, an Australian brand, but it was just talk, and we had a few people that were interested. And when I did break my hand was when I realized that if something was to happen, if I was injured and I can't play disc golf, then I just found I just didn't really have much else to do. So I started focusing on bringing out a mold. I ended up working out a deal with Pro Discus in Finland, who are doing the injecting for me.
Cool.
And sort of been working with them. We've had a few setbacks with the engineers that are making the mold, but I think right now that the mold should be finished, the irons, and we're ready to start injecting plastic. So hopefully sometime in April we will have the first Fourth Circle disc, the Taipan, arriving in Australia.
Ooh.
So yeah,
I was hoping it'd be called the Hangman.
Yeah,
the Hangman.
That's pretty close.
That's pretty close.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Maybe we can do a special
We'll get to that
stamp.
one later.
Yeah.
Special
stamp.
disc,
Yeah. Fantastic. That's so exciting, Rhys. I'm really excited for you, and I think a lot of other people are really excited to see what comes of it.
Yeah. So, like, you know, you've told us the disc name. What is it? A driver, mid, putter? What are you thinking?
Yeah. What can we expect?
It's a driver, so it's probably like a go-to driver. A little bit more stability, something to just flip up a little bit and fade hard. So looking like around Destroyer, World, Giant, those types of discs. So the faster, not fastest disc, and not the most overstable, but something that's going to be a big go-to for people and just a staple.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping between the different plastics will have a little bit different stability so that people can have a few different of them to do different things in the bag.
Oh, that's
So,
exciting.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
great.
Maybe we can snag one to give away on the tee-off, eh?
Definitely.
Do a little,
We'll
do a
definitely
little
send them down.
test.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send a few, mate.
Yeah.
Send a few.
But the other thing that we've seen, I think, the stamping video of you stamping some discs.
Maybe that was the clue all along that we needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was staring us in the
video?
face.
I'm like,
The cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
It's out of the bag, man.
yeah.
I bet you that's
that was cool.
a lot of fun to play with.
Yeah. The machine, I was a bit worried getting it in because I was thinking, what if it doesn't work? But
I think you
took me
put that
about
worry to bed.
Yeah, it's worked
Yeah.
out.
3 to 4 hours of micro adjusting to eventually get one that's stamped properly.
Awesome.
It was just doing little bit stamp. So I've got a bunch of discs with like about 16 half stamps on them if anyone wants them.
I was going to ask. How many discs did you destroy in the process?
Yeah, I think it was about 15 that have got like just stamps the whole way around them.
Nice. That's really cool. That's exciting.
Does it stamp to the same width of a regular golf disc stamp?
The machine that I've got it's like 8 by 9 centimeters, the stamping area. So that's like the maximum you can have on that machine.
That's not too bad.
The next machine I'll look at will be up to like 20. So it'll pretty much be able to do full disc.
Cool.
But yeah, the one that I got, I thought I'd just get that one first. It was cheaper, a bit more basic, and if I do something wrong to it, then at least I'll know for next time.
And when you open your West Coast division and your East Coast division down the track, you can just ship one across the other side of the country and then use them on both sides of Australia.
For sure.
Where can people find out more about Full Circle Discs?
So fullcircledisc.com. If you go onto there at the moment, you'll see a sign saying coming soon, but very soon the website will be going live. We'll have some information about the discs and also an online shop on there to purchase the discs, and
Excellent.
it'll be good.
Exciting.
And search on social medias and such as well.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Full Circle Discs on Facebook as well. So eventually the stock that I have of other brands that I've been selling for the last few years, I'll sort of dwindle that down and just stock a couple of brands, and hopefully be able to focus then more on Full Circle and just promoting that and getting the discs out there. And
Nice one,
getting
Jeremy.
more discs made as well. Sorry?
I said, nice one, Jeremy.
Roscoe.
Yeah.
Sounds pumped.
Aussie Roscoe's his new nickname. Aussie Roscoe.
Aussie Roscoe.
Sounds like
Aussie
Kosciuszko. Yeah,
Yeah, I know,
I like
yeah.
it. That's kind of Aussie.
Aussie Roscoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's stick with it.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you joining us tonight and telling us about the exciting happenings of the Full Circle Discs and with the upcoming Gold Coast Classic event. Yeah, if anyone is on the fence about it,
Don't be.
Yeah, get up there, book your ticket. It's in September. Go play it. It's an awesome event and potentially win some awesome prizes.
And have a bloody good holiday.
Yeah.
I mean, what better place in Australia could you go to play disc golf?
I might be able to sway the
I don't know,
wife
there's
on that
probably
one.
a few, but
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
you know,
Byron
I
Ray's
reckon I
good.
could too.
I reckon the whole family might come up.
yeah. Let's
Hang
go to
on,
Byron.
Mine plays disc golf anyway, so it's fine.
I think your wife's already booked the trip, Jazz.
I'm sure she already has.
Yeah.
I'm sure she hasn't paid for it yet, but that's okay.
I will see you guys on the cards behind me at Vic Open.
Oh! Hi-yo!
Just leaves with that zinger.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
You just keep up with those hand therapies, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
We'll see what you bring.
If it gets a little sore, there's a little space just off the tee on the fifth. There, you can just give yourself some therapy
Get that
there.
strength back up again.
All right, Rhys. Thanks for joining
All right,
us, man.
guys.
See you, Muscles.
No problem.
Bye.
Catch you later.
Hi, I'm Paul Arden, the creator of the Fidget Mini, and you're listening to the Tee-Off.
All right, the next tournament on the Australian Tour as well is going to be the Vic Open. This will be held up in Ruffy Lake, Doncaster in Melbourne. And it should be a good one. The Vic Open always is a fun event. Stepping up to TD is David Heath. This is the first time he's TD'd, so well done for stepping up and giving it a go, Dave. And I think it's going to be an interesting event, as it always is.
It's always a solid event and always gets a good turnout, the old Vic Open. I think the...
Victorious.
Well, at the moment, there's a few on the registered list. I think they're up to...
I have not looked.
I think they're about at 70 now.
It's good.
Yep.
Solid.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Always averages around nearly full, doesn't it, Vic Open?
Yes.
It does.
Oh, after last year.
Yeah.
Where it did
So-
cap.
I expect nothing less.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
So
And back at Ruffy Lake again for another year.
So yeah, if you're thinking about coming down, jump on www.vicopen.com and check it out. There's some pretty cool, all the event registration and details are through there. But they've also got some cool player profiles as well. So jump on and check it out. I think that stemmed from our baseball card idea. So they're for every player that signs up, they're doing a player card or little profile picture
profile.
thing. So yeah, that's a little added bonus there.
vicopen.com.
Check it out.
Yeah, today.
Hi, Andrew Ferguson here from Disc Golf Park Australia. At Disc Golf Park, we offer a complete course design solution, including baskets, tee pads, and custom course signage. From consultation through to installation, our team provide all the services required to deliver a disc golf facility ready to play. If you're interested in installing a course in your area, please visit our website for more information. discgolfpark.com.au.
Okay, next up we've got a bit of a disc review. There's been some pretty epic discs released lately.
So much plastic.
I know. And being... we've received some of them from the old Latitude 64. It's been a pretty exciting month with all the new plastic coming out. So just to name a few of these discs, there was the Captain and the Maverick from Dynamic Discs. There was the Getaway and the Fuji from Latitude 64.
Mm-hmm.
And there was the Rat from Innova.
Have we missed anything?
There's probably a few more there.
Oh, yeah, there'd be others, but, whatever.
Regardless, rest in peace, everyone's credit cards.
Yes. Some exciting
Cut 'em
plastic.
up now. No, don't.
You wouldn't think that they could make any new discs because they've all kind of been done, but they still come out surprises.
It's like songs, isn't it? I mean, how many more songs can you write?
It's endless. It's an endless.
That's
an
what I
endless
feel
thing.
like. I just feel like there's
There's always a micro area that has been untouched.
Yes.
Yep.
Or a fusion of two different styles.
Yep.
Who knows?
And then there's just marketing.
Yeah.
That's true. That's most of it, I'm sure.
So anyway, we're going to talk about, well, first up is the Maverick. So we did give this away. We had our little live giveaway, and winner Chris Hunt from Mount Gambier. It's coming to you, so hopefully you listen to this disc review of it, mate. Maverick is a nice sort of small rimmed driver.
Fairway
driver. It is quite domey, which would suggest it's quite stable, but I actually found it to be the opposite. I found it to be quite flippy on me.
Very, very, very flippy.
Yes.
For me.
Still relatively, it's not a very slow disc or very fast. It's probably, I don't know, I'd say maybe a speed 9, speed 10.
Around about that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yes, this did turn over quite quickly for our arm speeds, Jazz.
For yourself and myself.
Yeah.
Yes, more of a utility disc, perhaps a turnover driver / roller or tailwind driver.
Yeah,
But
I could definitely see that shot for this. That's how it would fit in my bag, I guess. But
I likened it a little bit to the Latitude Fury.
yes.
Yes. So similar-ish disc to
Yeah.
me, only because I have one, so I can it's what I can compare it to.
Yeah. But I think it'll be a great addition and a good beginner to intermediate disc for sure.
Plus, I can't wait for like limited edition Top Gun stamps to come out.
I know, like
and
such a boss
Tom
name.
Cruise, Meg fighter jet.
Oh, you're a dangerous Maverick. The Maverick may not make it into my bag, but that disc would make it onto my wall for sure. What about you, Fergs? What are you going to tell us about the rat, aren't you?
I'm going to tell you about the rat.
The rat.
The rat.
The rat, the cat, the monkey, the beat.
The beetle. For those of you who are Wayne's World 2 lovers. Yeah, the rat, the Innova rat. I've got a couple that have just arrived. A first run, a bunch of first runs, and some regular stamped rats in star plastic, max weight 175. Got them out in the course. Not too shabby. Nice. For starters, it is a mid-range disc. It is a beadless mid-range. It's flat on the top. It is, I believe the numbers are 4203. So it's basically marketed as a stable mid. I took it down to Barwon Valley. It was quite windy. It seemed to stand up quite nicely into the headwind with the backhand. Forehand, it did rock over a bit. So I think that's it, kind of, not full tilt, but a good 80%. So I think, when you're approaching with your sidearm, with the backhand, I think it'll be quite reliable. But I thought it was all right. I don't know if it's going to find a place in my bag just yet. I'll leave it in there and have a little play with it for a while. And maybe if they change the name as well, I might keep it in the bag a bit.
Come on.
I'm just
It's got
kidding.
one of the best stamps. I like the stamp artwork. That's pretty cool.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm just being silly.
No.
And it does play into the whole kind of Innova 3-letter name range that you've got going on.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, all your rocks and your orcs and your crows and things like that.
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, which are actually all of them, the rock, the crow, and the orc are all actually acronyms, I guess. No, all kind of jumbled letters of the same kind of word.
But they ran out, so they thought of...
They added an A and a T. So.
Yeah. Teach me, Dr. Ferguson.
No, it's good. For those of you who want something that's going to turn left, and it's a mid-range and it's small diameter and doesn't have a bead and a flat top, go for it.
Speaking of flat tops and beadless discs, this month I'm reviewing the Latitude 64 Fuji. Of overmold technology. I have a prototype in my hand right now.
Which hasn't hit stores. Has not.
It has not?
No, it has not been released. So this
Not
is
yet.
pre-release talk here.
And I will tell you, I have thrown it 3 times, and every single one of those throws was amazing. No, it was very, very good. Very good disc, and I think it may have found a spot in my bag already. It even kicked out a disc that we won't talk about on this podcast, but
you're still throwing a buzz.
No, I had to kick something out. Sorry, Fuse.
We won't
Paddy
go
hates
there.
me. Paddy hates me.
We won't go
Anyway,
there.
back to disc review. So we are talking about, for those who don't know, a very overstable mid-range. A multi-purpose mid-range, so they describe it. But anyway, it's a speed 4, glide 4, turn 0, fade 2. I don't... fade 2, maybe a bit more than 2. But
yeah, that's undercutting it a little.
A little, yeah. Look, listen, we've had a couple of tests, me and Pat, and even in some wind, they will hold up with a bit of power and be a pretty good straight flyer with a very predictable fade. So,
I was lucky enough to get one of these as well. And after a couple of throws, a couple of rounds, it is straight in my bag. It is replaced the pine. I did have the pine in my bag from Westside Disc, but this is slotted straight in. I was throwing it today in a bit of headwind, and it is absolute
Money. Love it.
What happens when
Definitely.
it eventually beats in and just flips over on you?
We don't know yet.
Okay, right.
We don't know yet.
It's a bit early.
Yeah.
I think
as it is straight out of the box, I'm going to say it fits between a truth or a verdict and a justice.
Yeah.
If you're talking dynamic, it's something. There was a gap in the lineup, and I think it's filled it pretty well.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's a really, really exciting disc. I think at the moment it does have quite decent stability.
Yep.
That I reckon it will beat quite nicely.
Hopefully I don't have to keep buying them.
Speaking of beating in discs, I wanted to get your take on kind of, how you go about it.
Especially with all these new releases coming out, it's just ridiculous.
That's right, and there's just so much to keep up with, and it's like, well, I want to know how this disc, is going to fly, after a number of rounds, and I don't have time. So what does one do to? Does anyone get any sandpaper out and just give a little?
I feel a new segment coming on.
Well, just a little rub under the rim.
That's quite relevant. A little bit of sandpaper.
It is a little bit relevant. I've got a little bit of yellow sandpaper in my pocket.
In your pocket
right now.
You give it to me. I'll put it in my pants.
I got it from a retailer. I think it's
Cricket Australia.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. They're issuing some out.
That's not illegal, is it? No,
I don't know.
What tape?
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Sunglasses case.
Yeah. Shut up, Cameron.
Anyway, good subject to talk about. How do you beat in your discs?
Yeah.
How do you guys do it? I just throw them, but I'm sure you can accelerate the process.
You
There's
can.
ways.
I've done it once as an experiment. I actually went for a walk on a bitumen path for a while, and I threw my disc onto the path and let it skid along there for ages. And it actually beat in a lot quicker because if you don't know, there's no use hitting the very outer rim of a disc because that does nothing for the stability. The actual stability of a disc is the underside rim of a disc.
It's all in the rim.
It's all in the rim.
Yep.
So basically, if your fingers are holding the disc in your hand, it's basically that very underside there that generates the stability.
Right.
The extra weight.
So by you going and throwing it along the path,
It's just skidding it along the path.
Yep.
I'm just taking off a nice little layer of and sandpapering, if you like, the inner rim of my disc.
Shaving up a fraction of a gram here and there. Shaving off.
And I do believe actually that's where the bead comes in, because there's a bit of a I don't know if it's a misunderstanding, but a beaded disc is not necessarily a more stable disc, but that it remains stable for longer because there is more plastic in that area.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you again, Dr. Ferguson.
I don't thank me. Thank Dave Dunapace. I'm pretty sure I watched something on YouTube.
getting educated here.
Godfather.
There you go. Or if you're Cameron Bancroft, Steve Smith, any of those boys, just whip out the old sandpaper from the pocket.
I mean, poor boys. Have we not heard enough about this in the media over the last few days?
It'll be probably gone by the time this gets to air, but anyway.
Yeah,
probably. But
no, I've taken out the old sandpaper to improve a bit of, like, if I've had a few scuffs underneath that have been a bit rough on the hand. I've definitely used that just to smooth it out so it feels a bit nicer.
Yes.
I've also used it when you first get a disc and it's got that little sharpness of
Mm-hmm.
That can be a bit rough on the old hands when you're first throwing.
Yep.
So I have actually used it to smooth that out as well, but not enough to notice any change of the disc stability.
No,
but
I will agree with you. I have used a little. Actually, did this last night or the night before to a new throwing putter. Had an excess of flashing around the bottom rim, so I just cleaned that up with a bit of sandpaper just to try and eliminate that. And any stubborn bits I might have roughly scraped at it with a sharp scalpel.
Yep.
Not taking chunks out, just to get the
clean
the fine stuff out, sand it off, and seems to do the trick. And at least then it feels a bit better in your hand when you're stepping up to the tee pad. But that's about all I do. I haven't gone as far as I've heard some rumours about people leaving discs outside for a long amount of time, letting the sun sort of beat them in and the weather. I've heard about running them on the asphalt and stuff like that. But well, it's gonna if it doesn't happen in your lounge room, it's probably gonna happen next time you're on the course.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's just not start over modifying discs with new shapes and such.
I've actually seen Paul Arden take to his disc with a knife and just with the flashing, just absolutely take it off,
peel it like an apple,
like he was a surgeon,
peel it like a potato.
Just and the whole piece came off like it was about 6 inches long.
Yeah,
the whole piece of flashing in one hit.
Yeah,
wow. It was surgical.
Hey, I'm Jeff Brunsting from Melbourne. You're listening to the Tee-Off.
Alrighty, now it's time for the main event. We've got on the phone all the way from Boulder, Colorado is the one, the only Eagle McMahon.
Good evening, your time.
Hey. G'day, mate.
Hey.
How's it going?
I have a little bit of morning voice going just because I woke up, but this is cool.
That's right.
Mate, I've got morning voice 24/7. So
okay, it's all good then.
It's all right. It's very seductive, Eagle. It's very seductive. That's lovely. Thank you.
I'm actually laying in bed while talking.
Excellent.
No better place.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got Patrick here, and that's Fergie here as well, mate. So
yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Jazz is got a bit tied up tonight, so it's just me and Fergs. But
awesome.
So yeah, man. Thank you so much for agreeing to have a little chat with us on the Tee-Off, the first Aussie disc golf podcast.
Yeah.
We try and keep things pretty lighthearted here, as all Aussies do, I think. But yeah, super pumped. You're the first pro that we've had on the show, Eagle. So.
Oh, sweet! I'm honored. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Stoked that we could line it up. We've got a few things on the old agenda here. Maybe we can get through it reasonably quick and you can get back to your little sleeping. It's probably pretty early for a 19-year-old, isn't it, mate? Yeah.
Oh, I try to wake up at like 7 every day anyway. It's good to be on a schedule. Just don't sleep your life away. I do like to go to bed early.
You can sleep when you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Eagle McMahon, you hands down have the best job in the world. You play disc golf professionally for a living. You're living the dream, Eagle. You're living the dream.
Everyone's jealous. Everyone's jealous.
Yeah.
Does it feel like a dream?
Yeah, it's really cool. Ever since I started, I remember I was probably 2015, 2014 in that area. That's when I kind of started taking it seriously and started to see it paying some dividends for all the work I put into it. And at the time I was washing windows as my kind of part-time / full-time job, and I was in school the other time and played disc golf on the weekends, and I had kind of a good little business going. I could make a little bit of money during the week, make some money on the weekends, get my schoolwork in. And then once I graduated, I finally got rid of the window cleaning job, and I was able to kind of put full effort into disc golf, and that's when I started touring almost full-time. I don't like to say full-time touring because I don't like the idea of traveling 24/7. I enjoy a little bit more quality over quantity.
Yeah.
But every time I'm out on the road and visiting new places, it's absolutely incredible. I've already got to go to Finland, Sweden, Czech Republic, and so many other European countries. I got to play in Australia. So basically, it's a dream job.
Yeah.
I just want to jump back for a second. Window washing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This has got all the hallmarks of a Karate Kid story. Something like wax on, wax off kind of thing. Did you have a Misty Miyagi at the time helping you train?
Maybe he didn't take that role. Maybe that was his ultimate plan, but I don't think he really had that in mind, or at least told me.
Beautiful.
Yeah, well, you've just mentioned a little bit about your travels, but before we get into that, tell us a little bit about your preparation going into this year. Do you think it's helped you winning your first national tour event?
Yeah,
and
congratulations, by the way.
Oh, you guys are too nice.
Oh, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Mate.
My prep this offseason has been different than anything I've ever done before for this game. I don't know. A decent amount of people know that Simon Lizotte and I spent 5 weeks in Switzerland training. So basically that entailed doing strength training, coordination, and speed, agility, and a lot of nutrition. And that helped absolutely so much. Before going into that, me and Simon were both like noodles. We didn't have any muscle. We could barely do 5 push-ups, and it was just a nightmare.
I saw the video
every day. Yeah. And
for those who haven't seen the video, we'll definitely put them up on the Tee-Off Facebook page as well. It's definitely worth a look. It's really, really interesting and pretty inspiring.
Yeah, UC Maresma was kind of the whole idea was look at Simon and Eagle. They are probably some of the most talented frisbee throwers, and they're very non-athletic in certain ways. I wouldn't say I'm not. I'd say I'm athletic in certain areas. I'm really good at endurance, running and stuff, but otherwise I've never trained in the gym or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so basically all the work we put in Switzerland was nothing that we've ever done before. I mean, actually Simon was rehabilitating his knee at the same location the year prior, but that was kind of a different thing. It was more geared toward yoga, walking, and stretching, just because he needed to get his knee back strong and he couldn't be doing all these crazy workouts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like doing things like this in the off seasons is going to be the future of the sport, and it's going to be what it's going to take to be at a high level. Because a lot of disc golfers are great right now. They may have a lot of talent, but they haven't put that amount of dedication into the game.
Yeah.
So I think I'm really excited to see where this sport goes, and hopefully me and Simon can continue to play really well this year to kind of hopefully pioneer the sport in a certain way.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think maybe just a shout out as well to is it Andreas Gretsch? Andreas
Gerch and Irene Gerch.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and basically they were your hosts. They were your coaches for the academy.
Yep.
Yeah. They look very fit.
They are.
Yeah.
They're very. It's like a Swiss worth ethic. The people in Switzerland just take it to a whole new level of discipline. I don't know. I haven't seen anything like it. They're just super strict, but also friendly at the same time. They're really, really great people.
Now, you did say before there was a bit of nutrition kind of work going on. Did that just mean no more beer for Simon? Is that nutrition for him?
That was actually pretty much it. He had no, there's other things, of course.
Of course,
he says before going into the boot camp, he literally ate pizza for every meal.
Oh wow!
So that's not the best thing to do. Our nutrition was kind of a little bit different because, probably as everyone knows, I'm vegan, and we basically cooked all of our own food.
Awesome.
Eating kind of whole, clean foods, leaving out a lot of unnecessary sugars, fats, just basic healthy stuff.
Yeah, good. I've definitely heard a lot of people recently sort of asking what more can I do? What more training can I do? And it's been really good to see the pros getting out some of that content. Yeah,
and I think definitely, I think the script could not have been written better either. When you've got the two boys who head over to Switzerland to do the training and then come back to take out the first 2 NTs of the year.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
You can check that one in your box.
It makes the whole endeavor look really good on our end.
You've mentioned a few things about the physical side of things, Eagle, but there were a few tournaments last year, like the Aussie Open that sort of were within your grasp, but just sort of slipped away. How have you been trying to improve the mental side of your game?
Mostly, it's just trying to. A lot of the time, like in Switzerland, even before I've been working with someone to kind of help me get my mental game better. Someone, and I'm not going to name the person, but also Andreas. Every Wednesday, we kind of had a sit-down session to kind of, I don't know, strengthen our mental, kind of lay out some groundwork for when you're on the course, how you're going to act a certain way, how are you going to behave, and if you encounter a certain kind of adverse situation, how are you going to respond to that? And basically kind of writing those things in stone to when you are in those situations that you abide by those rules, like no matter what. Those rules could be like not getting mad, or if you start making bad shots, telling yourself to slow down, stop, and then just breathe, and a lot of things like that. And basically, and above all else, like it's just throwing frisbees. If you're not doing well at a certain time, you have a great track record that shows that you're going to probably be okay, if not this round, but the next round. So just kind of reassuring yourself, telling you you're good, and just trying to be all around happy when you're out there.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. That's what disc golf's about a bit.
Definitely, I think there's many a person who's thinking I could probably take a leaf out of that book.
Yeah,
I got some great advice too. If while we're dishing it out, always look behind things.
Always look behind things.
Always look behind things.
Like
that's it.
That's it.
Seriously, it comes in handy.
Yeah.
It comes. Believe it or not, it comes in handy. Always look behind
Always
things.
look behind things.
Always look behind things.
No, don't read into it. I'm talking
right.
about like, you can't find your keys. Just look behind things.
Well, there you go.
Okay. That's a good one.
And you said earlier that you did make a little trip over to Australia last year, playing the Aussie Open.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you enjoy your time down under?
I absolutely loved it. Like, it's a place I think about going back to all the time, and just the whole field down there, kangaroos. In Perth, the Indian Ocean, that was just super nice. It's not.
Yeah,
it's unlike anywhere I've ever been, but it's also really has a lot of parallels to like life back home. I guess that's just because people speak English, but just all around a really, really fantastic place. And I don't know, I'd love to come back. Hopefully, Aussie Open happens again, because I'll be there.
We'll have you back any day, Eagle. Yeah, hopefully we'll try and get something over the East Coast, mate. It's a bit nicer than the West, really, to be honest. We're a bit more civilized.
Yeah, that's what I hear a little bit on.
You didn't get a chance to come over to the East Coast, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It's a lot easier to get there too.
Yes.
Than Perth.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. There's a few vegan restaurants you might want to check out, mate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
If anything's ever happening, I'll try to make it.
Now, one thing about Australia, we can sort of say a few funny things. Did you hear any strange sayings while you were here?
I just heard one today. Adidas.
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 They say Adidas.
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh, I would have to think. I knew there was kind of like a questionable term for a certain kind of tree down there.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, there is.
What's like the technical term for it, just so I know the name?
A grass tree.
I bet
grass tree.
Yes, and that's
a grass tree. Okay, that's all we really have to say.
That's a grass tree. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's it. Yeah. Anyone can just jump on Google and figure it out for yourself, but we won't say it.
Okay. Okay. Here's a good one. What's the Oh yeah. What do you call it's a shirt with no sleeves?
Oh, a singlet? Oh no,
a singlet. Yeah, that's it.
Singlet. Okay.
Oh, there's another term as well.
there's another term, Eagle. It's also called. What do you think it is?
That term.
What is it?
It has to do with wife.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's normal.
Yeah, that's
normal, but singlets though. The singlet's the one I'm looking for.
Okay.
Here it's called a tank top.
Tank top.
Oh, tank top.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. A singlet.
Well, we had another little good one for you that you may not have heard. If I was to go and purchase a Truckie's toothbrush, do you have any idea what I'm purchasing?
What's a Truckie?
A Truckie?
Well, let's start at the top, shall we?
All right.
A truckie is another name for a person who drives a large truck.
A truck driver.
For a living. A truck driver.
Yeah, Truckie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's a truckie's toothbrush.
A Truckie's toothbrush.
I don't know.
It's not naughty. We're not leading it into it. It's not nothing naughty.
It's good old fried dim sim. Is it
fried dim sim?
Fried dim sim, like
that sounds like some sort of Vietnamese dish or something.
Yeah,
like dim sum,
Yeah.
Wontons is like a fried version of that, and yeah, we call it a Truckie's toothbrush because they're smashing it every morning.
One would find it a Truckie's toothbrush at a service station or a gas station, as you call it.
Yeah.
Probably sitting in the Bain Marie for about 7 hours.
Yeah.
And so it's just
Yeah, it's a good little term. Yeah.
Okay. I'll note that one for later.
Yeah, you can take that one away. Now you were saying before as well. You've come to Australia. You've travelled the world. You've been to Finland, Switzerland, all these amazing places. I know when we've done a little bit of travelling, there's been a couple of funny situations or some embarrassing moments that you might sort of find yourself in. Has that ever happened to you, Eagle, in your travels?
I'm really, really bad about remembering this kind of stuff because I get asked this kind of stuff a lot with friends and everyone in general because they think I have like these crazy stories. Honestly, like everything I've done has been like pretty tame and boring in a certain capacity. Oh, there's this one time. I don't know if it's that bad, but I was flying from the U.S. to Finland, and I had a layover in Amsterdam. And for some reason, when I got there, I had like an hour layover or whatever. Everyone had to go through customs, so like it was taking so long, and people were just like cutting each other off because they wanted to make their flight. It was chaos. I make it through, and I have like 3 minutes to get to my gate, and I'm absolutely panicking. I'm sprinting through the airport as fast as I can, and what it looks like, I don't know, the Amsterdam airport was just like so, it's really strange. You have to go like up and down stairs to get to the gate or whatever. So I go down the gate.
They were stoned when they designed it.
Yeah.
it
looks, so I walk down the stairs and it looks like there's this glass door and people on the other side, like they were closing a gate to the plane. I was like, unbelievable. Are you kidding me? I'm like knocking on the door, and right next to the doors, there's this green button. And a green button. I'm like, okay, this probably means open the door because green is good.
Yeah.
That's not the case in Amsterdam. Green is bad. I would imagine it'd be a red button. So I press the button and it sounds an alarm. And then I right after I hit the button, I soon realized that behind me is where the gate is. And the gate's still open to my plane. So I run over, the person takes my ticket. I get on the plane. I'm sitting down, and then this officer comes, and he's like, "Did you press the button?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Please come with me."
Oh no!
And right at the outside of the plane, I'm just like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know. Like, I come from America. I'm playing the stupid American card." And he's like, "Don't do it again. Let me get your passport information, just so if you do it again, we know to bust you next time." So, but after that, I got on the flight and all was good.
That's a good story. That's a good story.
That was kind of a funny story.
Yeah,
it's a crack up.
I just think it's so funny that they have a green button next to a door.
Yeah. No,
I'm totally with you. Green means good.
Yeah.
Just push a green button.
Yeah. Green is good. Yeah, we wanted to sort of touch base a little bit about social media as well. We've talked about this a couple of times on the show, but it's such a massive part in our global disc golf. you have a very successful social media presence, including your vlog, which we've definitely had a look at. And yeah, we just wanted to ask you what some of the pros and cons are of this new style of sort of the fan interaction there.
Pros is it's really cool interacting with fans. I do that a lot. Like, I try to respond to almost every message I get. Of course, there's some messages that are just like, I literally get high eagle, and I honestly don't know what to say to that. But if people come at me with a well thought out message and are genuinely asking for help, then I have no problem responding to that. I enjoy doing that be I know that back when I was an AM or someone else, I would have loved to have someone respond to me like that. So I just try to be the people's person in that kind of case.
Actually, I think there was I did see someone, I forget his name now, an Australian disc golfer. I think he's might be based in WA. He posted a thread of a conversation that you were having with him. You asked him about some putting tips, and then you sent him a link to your putting video on YouTube, and he was just like, "Wow, awesome, thanks, man." And he was so super stoked that he actually posted that actual thread on his Facebook page, and so that's a good example.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like, a lot of people don't even expect me to respond, which is kind of like a little bonus for me. Just so if for some reason I don't feel that much pressure. But there's a lot of benefits to it too. It's marketing yourself in a way, because disc golf isn't big enough to where you have a lot of people doing it for you. I mean, Discmania does a really great job, but if you're letting people know what you're doing, kind of who you are, it'll make you a little bit more likable. And I don't know, it's just it's kind of a part of the deal right now if you want to be a well-known disc golfer. Because there's a lot. I don't know, for like Ricky, for example. Of course, everyone knows Ricky, but his social media might not be as prevalent as someone else.
Ricky needs a little help.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's just too busy practicing his putting. And slaying the course. Actually, well, that's not true. We're all busy doing that, but
So, some people, I guess, it comes a lot more natural to them, and your vlog is a real testament to that. Yeah, everyone I've watched, I've been very entertained by it, even if it's not all just super disc golf stuff. It's just a bit about your travels. Your most recent one, where you road tripped with your dad to Las Vegas and stuff. Yeah, that looked like a lot of fun. You know, do you get to do that much with your dad? Does he travel to tournaments with you?
Yeah, he comes out a few times a year when he can. He wanted to do this part of the tour just because it's kind of wintertime back here in Colorado. It's actually not even that cold right now, but to kind of get out of the colder weather, go see some disc golf. It was just kind of a cool opportunity. He usually comes out for like Worlds and the bigger tournaments. Yeah. So it isn't uncommon to see him at the course. But yeah, having him on board is really easy. It's probably the easiest person to tour with just because he's my dad, you know. It's easy. And it was really cool having him at Vegas just because me winning my first big tournament, him being there, that's like really, really, really cool.
That's awesome, man.
And if you want to video him eating raw oats again, please do. That's
out of the bag.
Straight out of the bag. No milk. I think he even did you say he put some protein powder in there as well?
Yep.
Oh god.
That's his favorite. He'll just take scoops of protein powder and just eat it. Just dry.
You don't even have to cook them.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll definitely be seeing more of that because if he's doing that again, you gotta film it.
He seems like a really, really, really sweet man.
He is.
That's for sure.
He is really, just kind of cool.
Yeah, the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree there, but with obviously, you know, with all this traveling and getting around for tournaments and, you know, international travel, I guess you wouldn't really get to see your family too much. How does that sort of impact you, especially, you know, with your dad being there at your first win?
It's not as bad as you think.
Yep.
I try to only leave home for maybe a month or a month and a half at a time and then come back for a little bit. So it's not. I don't really like the idea of just going full time. The closest thing I did was last year. I started my year off in California. Then I went to Australia, back to California, and then I was gone all the way up until Glassblown Open, which was in April. So that was about 4 months of being gone, and that just really burnt me out. I was missing my family, missing my home. So I've kind of learned from that it might be a better idea to play 2 or 3 tournaments, come back home for a week or 2, and then go back out. It just kind of keeps you hungry, keeps other people happy around you. I think it's a little bit more balanced that way.
You are a young man, we know that, but how does this impact your dating life?
I tried that earlier this year or earlier last year, and a few other times. It's never worked out too good, just because I'm always in different places, and I don't know, you're always on FaceTime on the phone. I don't know. It's right now I'm not really worried about dating. It's more so just I want to solidify my name in disc golf, and then once I've won a world title or 2, maybe I'll start thinking about it.
And by the time you'll be 22?
Yeah.
So
yeah, so not that long.
Ripe old retirement age.
Wise words.
No, I mean it could be fun if you found the right person, but it just you're in so many different places now that it probably wouldn't work. I will comment on how nice it would be to have some like a girlfriend who played disc golf or whatever, and it could be awesome. But for me, honestly, I wouldn't want that, because that's my thing I want to do. If my girlfriend brings disc golf into the equation or anything like that, it's just like it's all around the clock. Then you have to hear about her bad rounds when she shoots them. I don't know. It might be too much for me. But who knows? I'm just saying that from the little experience I do have.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
We said that obviously a few people have contacted you asking for a bit of advice, and you're more than happy to sort of give it. But in Australia, we're at a bit of a grassroots, and we've got a lot of new players coming into the sport. Do you have any advice for those disc golfers who are looking to take their game just up another level?
The thing that I did, and the thing that I can most accredit how I got to where I am, was I had fun playing. I know it's kind of cheesy to say, but if you aren't having fun and you're trying too hard to get better and it's stressful, then you shouldn't even do it. Then go do something else, because you can have fun doing anything else. Yeah, if you can have fun, everything's going to branch out from that. That's where inspiration's going to grow. If you're not having fun out there by getting mad, things around, people are probably not going to want to be around you, and it's not going to be a healthy environment to grow your disc golf game. So just surround yourself in positivity. You're probably going to try to get better regardless, because you're going to want to be better. So have fun. That's the best advice I can give anyone.
Sage advice. Sage advice, indeed.
How old's this guy?
I know. I keep thinking that. Yeah. Like, he's 19, and I'm going, I could learn a thing or two.
Hey. Jarrath did give us a couple of questions he wanted to ask you. Have you bought a car yet?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't, but I'm actually going to go put a deposit down on one today.
Oh.
Should have it by Thursday. It's nothing too fancy. It's super practical. But basically, knowing me,
it's a Prius.
I'll probably end up selling the car in like a year or 2, then getting a new one. So I just need a set of wheels right now, just to start doing things. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, cool. Well, what kind of car is it, Eagle?
It's a Toyota Matrix.
Oh,
mate.
I don't know.
Matrix. Oh, yeah. It's probably
familiar with it.
Not in Australia, but there's probably an equivalent kind of car.
Yeah, it's kind of like the hatchback version of like a Corolla or a Camry.
Oh,
so if I need to, I can sleep in it. It's got good gas mileage.
Does it come with Keanu Reeves in the back?
Yeah, it does. I've decided I'm already naming it Orpheus.
Oh,
nice. Fantastic.
Nice.
Fantastic. Wanted to ask you, if you weren't, going into being a professional disc golfer, Eagle, any ideas what you would have done apart from the old window cleaning?
I probably I would definitely probably be studying something at this point. There's a few things I'm interested in. Like, I've always been a fan of like nutrition and things like that, being vegan and so on. So I may have studied business, things like that. I'm not sure, but like honestly, I'll be honest and say like disc golf took everything by storm, and it has like my full focus now.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I've had a lot of talk with my family, and they're really supportive, and they see opportunities in it. And they always say like school's always there. You can go back whenever, pursue something. But disc golf, who knows? You could get old, lose your skill, things like that. So I'd rather do what I'm doing and chase my dreams than be doing something that I don't want to do, because isn't the point of life to do something you love to do? And I'm doing that right now. So
exactly.
Boom.
Yeah, boom's right. And afterwards, just ask UC to pay for college. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
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 Speaking of UC, you've been with Discmania for a few years now. How do you enjoy working with UC and Team Discmania? It's
been great. This is my 4th year with Discmania. That's like really crazy to say. Wow. Yeah, there's a reason I've been with them for 4 years. They're easy to work with. Every year my contract gets better. UC is probably by far one of the most passionate people when it comes to disc golf. He always has an idea on how we can make disc golf look more professional and better. He may seem scary at first glance, but as you get to know him, you'll realize that it's just kind of a finished facade, I would say. and once he's like anyone else, he'll joke around with you. He's a really nice guy. I think he gets a really bad rap a lot of the time just because people don't understand his vision. And Europeans say offensive things but don't get offended. They don't really mean it. I don't know if it's like that in Australia, if you guys get easily offended or I don't know.
Mate, we love to offend. That's
exactly.
The opposite. Yeah.
in the US, people get offended literally over anything. It's kind of unhealthy at this point, and I try to stay away from a lot of it. So maybe I enjoy that side of Discmania.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, they've been absolutely great. I see myself being with them for a long time to come.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
What can is there much we can expect from you and from Discmania for the rest of the year? Is any new discs?
Yeah, any new discs coming out or any new videos? I know you're releasing your vlogs
through
Discmania, or some of them for the big events. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, you can expect a ton of stuff from Discmania. A lot of you may know that it is the year of the Shield.
The year of the Shield.
So that means that we're posting articles, videos, and stuff all the time. I think we're gonna have maybe 1, 2. We're gonna have like 3 new discs released, like new molds, but a whole bunch of other like fun stuff as well. We're trying to be as big as we can this year. A lot of marketing, and yeah, I think it's only up for Discmania, and even if you don't pay attention, you'll know what's going on with Discmania.
Oh, mate, there's no choice. I've had to mute any sort of like notifications from Discmania, because it's impressive. There is obviously they've kind of come out absolutely firing this year, and it's really, really good to see that their plan is kind of unfolding so well. And I've even just seen, was it released today or yesterday, the junior team? So the junior Discmania team.
I did see that. Yeah,
which came out of the Combine series. So wow, yeah, awesome.
That's big news for us. Yeah, I've gotten the question if there is or is there going to be a junior team for a long time now, and I think that's a really big step for us, because any help you can get when you're starting off at that age it'll do loads for a person's mind, and yeah, it's just a really great thing that we're doing.
Yeah.
And don't be offended if UC didn't put you on the team either, Eagle. So
I've been talking with him about that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about not being on that team. Well, 19 is actually not junior anymore, because in Junior Worlds, I think they got rid of 19 and under.
Oh, really?
Oh, is that right? 19 and under.
Yeah. I think that's true. I could be wrong though.
You're 20 this year, aren't you?
Yeah, I turned 20 in 1 month from now.
Okay. Wow.
Getting old.
Finally out of the teens, mate.
Teens are gone. It's all downhill from here. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know.
20s, mate. They're the best years of life.
We did have a bit of a fan question come in, which I wanted to ask, and it's related to kind of, superstitions or pre-round rituals. You've got people like your Rafael Nadals who don't like to walk on lines and continually pick their undies out of their jocks, out of their bums and stuff like that. Is there anything that the Eagle that you kind of that you do before a round or to get yourself in the zone that you can share with us? Yeah.
There is, and I hate the fact that there are. Like whenever I feel like a superstition forming, I usually stick to it for the tournament just because I'm crazy. But after that, I try to abolish it and get rid of it because I don't want to have like a stupid things in my head that I have to do.
Don't worry, mate. I carried my mini in the same pocket for about 7 years. So
yeah, I used to have things like that, and usually it's more or less finding a ritual before the round. I wouldn't call it superstition. I like to wake up at a certain time, eat a little something at a certain time, and then before get to the round, get to the course and practice for an hour before listen to music. I try to stay away from some superstitions. Like I'd say probably the things I'm most superstitious about are like the clothes I wear during a round. Like for a final, you'll probably notice that final rounds this year I'll wear the same shirt every time. Just because, I won the shirt I won Vegas in. That's the shirt I'll probably be wearing every final round, just because it has proven success.
I like it.
But
as you should.
I might try to. I might try to get rid of that idea. But
as long as
superstitions
as long as
weird.
you're washing the shirt, Eagle, then that's fine.
I haven't washed that shirt since.
No, okay, no, he can't. He can't wash the shirt. That takes all the juju out. He's got to keep it. It's just it comes part and parcel. Yeah. Who's going to want to play in the top card with Eagle when he smells like poo?
It's going to throw everyone off.
I win by default.
Yeah, that's it.
Or
it's going to be super easy for Jomez to shoot that round.
Yeah. They'll be upwind the whole time.
Gosh, I wonder if anyone's got a courtesy violation for smelling so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
look, mate,
let us know.
Yeah. DQ'd and deodorized.
Yeah.
I have the 3 P's of preparation before a tournament, and that's pee, putt, and poo. That's it. It's out. Feel $1 million.
No, that's important. That's really important. If I have the opportunity before the round, then I'm going to take it because you can't be holding back on the course,
mate.
There would be many a person.
Unnecessary stress.
That's right. There'd be many person listening right now thinking, like, how many times have they gone up? The siren's gone for 2 minutes, and they've gone, oh my gosh, I should have taken a dump.
No. That's happened.
There's nothing worse than walking around the course touching cloth. It's not good. You don't need that in your game. Just pre-round, get it out.
No, luckily a lot of the times they have porta potties out at the courses, and there's usually a lot of backups. And even when the backups are short, I've gotten pretty fast, so I'm pretty pumped about that.
It's another. Okay. That was another part of Sweden. Yeah, all the training they.
If you interview Simon, you can ask him about that. I'm sure he'd talk a lot. I'll just say that I had to eat like 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day, and
oh wow,
where's it gonna go?
Moving on.
Next topic.
Yeah, next topic. Well, really, there's one more question for you, Eagle. So you did mention before. Now we've talked about this for a while. UC Maresma. We've seen him post a little bit on social media, and I've noticed that he does sort of cop a little bit of slack here and there. I have met him from first impressions. He seems like a very serious character when you first meet him, and it's maybe a little hard to get a bit of a laugh out of him. But he's got that little glint of humor in his eye, and we thought we'd try and get a list of jokes from pros that they would think would make UC Maresma laugh. And hopefully one day we can read them out to him and see if we're successful or not.
Can you make Yussi giggle?
Yes.
I have a disc golf joke. I don't know if it's that.
Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
If I were to make UC laugh, I would say, for a disc golfer's favorite smoothie, what kind of fruit do you put in it?
Yeah.
What?
What kind of fruit would you put in it?
Eula berries. It's not good.
I love it.
No.
I love it.
Has Paul heard that before?
He'll hear it eventually.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's
Eula berries. I love it.
Mate, if that doesn't make him giggle,
come on.
All right. When we get him on the show,
Yeah.
we'll replay that to him and see.
We've got to try and get a big video cross to UC Maresma, and if there is any touch of a smile, then we're ticking it off as a win.
And we'll send you out the disc pack, Eagle.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's about all we have time for. Thank you so much to our gracious interviewee, Eagle McMahon.
Eagle McMahon.
Eagle McMahon.
Eagle
Yeah.
McMahon, the first pro ever here, and easily my favourite.
Yeah, I think he's definitely a bit of a crowd.
Nice.
Can we blow wind up in him anymore? Or
I'd love to.
No, it's been amazing,
You don't
mate.
need to.
Thanks a lot for your time, mate. We really appreciate you being on and enlightening us about your career and the year ahead and beyond.
Yes.
It's very, very exciting stuff. And down here, down under, we're all rooting for you, mate.
Yep.
And we were stoked to see your recent win, and we just can't wait to be seeing more events with you taking out the wins.
Oh yes.
Great. I appreciate it so much, and like hearing that I have the amount of support I do in Australia, like across the world, that is just really, really, really cool. And hopefully soon I can win a big tournament down under, because I'd like to get revenge on the Aussie Open or any tournament in that area for that matter. So I'm hoping to make it back eventually.
Well, keep
Cool,
your eyes
guys.
open. All right. Thanks again, mate.
I'll tell you what I know. Win. Review Aussie disc golf courses on flyspot.com.au and you'll be in the running to win a massive prize pack, including a Latitude 64 E3 luxury backpack, Latitude 64 apparel, plastic film dynamic discs, and more. Sign up for a FlySpot account and log in to get started. No problemo. Rate and review as many courses as you can starting now. Yeah, baby! The user with the most reviews before December 1st, 2018 will be the victor. Excellent! Okay! Visit flyspot.com.au/competitions for all the details.
Okay, that brings us to the end of episode 6.
Who actually made it to the end?
That got demonic.
That was epic.
I hope everyone made it to the end.
Yeah.
The old special guest, Eagle McMahon, in the house.
You.
We
a huge thank you to him for joining us. He's the first professional American disc golf pro to join us. Hopefully he won't be the last. Make sure you check out all the cool Discmania products that are going to be coming out. Also check out the Year of the Shield. They've got some pretty awesome advice for Avery Jenkins, Eagle McMahon, Simon Lizotte. Go have a look at them on Facebook and on their website, www.discmania.com.net. Thank you. Also, a big thank you to Rhys Kruger for joining us all the way from Queensland.
Kruger.
The hangman.
Keep working on those hand therapies, buddy. So yes, make sure you go on and have a look at the Vic Open. If you haven't signed up and you're thinking about it, get onto it. It's going to be a pretty fun tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Also, last not least, is the Fly Spot competition where you could win. Where you could cash into a brand new Latitude E3 bag, a couple of discs, a hat, a couple of little...
Just a general good prize pack, really.
Oh, yeah. How do
little
they,
bundle.
How do they do it again, Jess? How do they win it?
flyspot.com.au/competitions.
Check it out.
Check it out today. Oh.
And go pick up some of the new discs that we reviewed. They're pretty epic.
Oh, yeah. It's too much to choose from.
Too much. But they're excellent. All right.
Go get another job first and then go and buy some new discs because you're going to need to.
Okay. I think that brings us to the end. Hopefully you made it to the end.
Thanks, chaps.
See you next time.
Excellent. Good on you, boys.
Richie Hatcher.
Oh, yeah.